You said some controversial remarks a few weeks ago. I want to give our viewers some background, and then we'll discuss. Listen to this.
It's an executive assassination wing, essentially. It's the Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC it's called. They do not report to anybody except in the Bush-Cheney days. They reported directly to the Cheney office. Under President Bush's authority, they've been going into countries, not talking to the ambassador or to the CIA station chief, and finding people on a list and executing them and leaving.
A Special Operations Command spokesman rejects the report, says their forces operate under established rules of engagement and the law of armed conflict. He adds that the vice president has no command and control authorities over the U.S. military. Two former Cheney aides also reject the claim, as does the former Bush Homeland Security advisor, now a CNN national security analyst.
There is no such squad wandering the earth. They don't do this. There's no such thing.
Assassinating political leaders has been banned since 1976, but suspected terrorists are a different story. When it comes to top al-Qaeda leaders like Osama bin Laden, American policy remains unambiguous.
That we must take out Osama bin Laden and his lieutenants.
Abu Musab al-Zarqawi is the highest profile commander killed by American forces so far. Former National Security Advisor Townsend says the list of authorized terror targets is less than 100, people who can be killed without a trial.
These are individuals who either have blood of Americans on their hands or are plotting the death and destruction of Americans or American interests around the world. And those individuals, the U.S. military and the intelligence services, are given authority to capture or kill them wherever they're found.
And who makes the list of targets for the president to sign off on?
It's the military, it's intelligence, it's law enforcement, the Justice Department. There's a lawyers committee of lawyers that look at these sort of issues. And so it's a very rigorous interagency across the government.
All right, those were fascinating comments you made. Caused quite a stir when you said it at a lecture out there. I wonder if you want to revise or amend or explain.
Well, of course, I used the word assassination wing, which was loaded. And, you know, I must drive my editors crazy when I say things that are loaded. But let me say this, that everything I wrote about, everything I said in that article was written in and has been written in over the years in the New Yorker. The basic premise that I was saying is there's a unit known as the Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC. It's a separately independent unit that does not report to Congress, at least in the years I know about, and I spent, if people read a story I wrote last summer in the New Yorker, the Congress people are very upset, the senior leadership. It has been given executive authority by the president in as many as 12 countries to go in and kill. We're talking about high-value targets. That's absolutely correct.
Anything wrong with that?
Oh, sure, because what's the intelligence basis? What's the legal basis?
Well, if Osama bin Laden, for example, or Ayman al-Zawahiri, the number 2 al-Qaeda leader, the former president and the current president basically have said that if they were available to be taken out, they'd be taken out.
The idea that you're telling a group of American combat soldiers, who, by the way, I have no bone to pick with, as I said even at the University of Minnesota at that speech, these guys are doing, they're admirable people doing their job. The idea that we have a unit set up who goes after high-value targets, who, up to a certain point, I know for sure, until very recently, we're clearing lists. That doesn't mean Cheney has an assassination unit that he says, I want to go get somebody. That's how it sort of played out in the press. The idea that we have a unit that goes around and without reporting to Congress, Congress knows very little about this group, can't get clearings, can't get hearings, can't get even classified hearings on it. Congress people have told me this. Goes around and has authority from the president to go into a country without telling the CIA station chief or the ambassador and whack somebody. And I'm sorry, Wolf. Yes, I have a lot of problems with that.
Well, what about when they send these unmanned drones over Pakistan? There's a house, and they say, you know, shoot that missile into that house and kill someone, and then they cross off a name. Is that an assassination?
If it's done by JSOC and they have reason to think that there's a high-value target.
What if it's done by the CIA?
Well, the CIA, when the CIA's learned a lesson, the reason that I could write a story last summer in the New Yorker about it is there was a joint operation inside Iran involving JSOC and the CIA wanted to get it. They wanted to go to Congress, and they wanted to get authority. They wanted to get something known as a presidential finding. That's how Congress got a smell of how much is going on. There's a lot going on that I wrote about and I've written about before. It's not the phrase, I said assassination.
So when you said executive assassination ring.
No, I said wing, actually.
Oh, is it ring or wing?
Wing. I said
wing, all right.
But that's all right. It's the same point.
Yeah.
It was, I wish I'd, dumb. I wish I'd said something different, something more careful, because it's a loaded phrase. It comes down to the same thing, that you've delegated authority to troops in the field to hit people on the basis of whatever intelligence they think is good. And I can tell you it's always not good, and sometimes things get very bloody. Yes, JSOC is not a new phenomenon. It's been written about. In fact, in his latest book, Bob Woodward has a page about it, basically more praiseful than I would be in terms of how effective they were against al-Qaeda in Iraq. The bottom line is, if it were the way your little presentation set up, that everything was checked and cleared. In fact, there's been an awful lot of delegation to this group, which is not briefed to Congress, and this does raise profound questions of constitutional authority.
You heard what Sy Hersh had to say about your former boss, Dick Cheney, and what he calls this assassination wing, an executive assassination wing. Is it true?
It's not true, and I think you heard in that interview that there was a little walking back from the original claim that was made in the speech that Mr. Hersh made.
Explain exactly what's going on in terms of a list. Is there a list of terrorists, suspected terrorists out there who can be assassinated?
Well, there's clearly a group of people that go through a very extremely well-vetted process, interagency process, as I think was explained in your piece, that have committed acts of war against the United States, who are at war with the United States, or are suspected of planning operations of war against the United States, who authority is given to our troops in the field in certain war theaters to capture or kill those individuals. That is certainly true.
And it starts with Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden and his number 2 are right at the top of the list.
And there's about 100 of these suspects out there?
I don't want to get into any exact numbers. It is a small group, and the point is that it is very, very heavily vetted throughout the interagency process.
And when he says this JSOC, the Joint Special Operations Command, has this authority, that they don't even tell Congress about that.
It is extremely hard for me to believe. I don't know exactly what the consultations are with the Congress, but it's hard for me to believe that those committee chairmen and the leadership on the Hill involved in intelligence and armed services, if they want to know about these operations, cannot get that information through the Defense Department.
And so this would be, from your perspective, and you worked in the Bush administration for many years, it would be totally constitutional, totally legal to go out and find these guys and to whack them.
There's no question that in a theater of war, when we are at war, and there's no doubt we are still at war against al-Qaeda in Iraq, al-Qaeda in Afghanistan, and on that Pakistani border, that our troops have the authority to go after and capture and kill the enemy, including the leadership of the enemy.